number 89, NPFL Pro from Euless, Texas, James Biggs.
James Biggs here. Today we're going to talk about what's actually on my boat. You know, I use this boat to travel all around the nation fishing. There's certain things I have set up certain ways to increase my odds of catching a few. And so today we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the boat. I'm going to show you kind of what's on it and go from there. Let's just start right up here at the front. First off, I got a 112 Ultrex 36 volt. I like the Ultrex. I went with it over the Garmin or the Lowrance. If you notice, I have all three units, so that's not really the issue. But the Lowrance pedal just felt weird to me, and the Garmin just hasn't been out that long. So when I'm traveling the nation and potentially could damage one and need to find parts, I really felt like the Ultrex, because it's been out longer and more of the bugs are out of it, that was my choice for trolling motor. Now, if you look up here up front, I'm running a Helix 12 with the 360 Humbird Mega 360. And then right here with the Garmin, I'm running a 12-inch. And this is just a 1222. It's not even touchscreen. You know, neither one of these units are touchscreen, but understand I'm using this unit strictly for forward facing, the Garmin. And I'm using the Humminbird strictly for 360. And I can use mapping on it if I want to. But most importantly, the unit that helps me the most, I love Lowrance units as far as their icon management and their mapping. That's what this unit here is for. I use that little 9-inch Lowrance strictly for mapping. So I'm not running 2D up front, hardly ever, but if I do, it's on the Lowrance. I use the Garmin to look down. That's pretty much, this is my office where I spend most of my time. These units married up together, I mean, while they are expensive, to me, this is the best setup possible. At the console here, I'm running a HDS 16-inch Lowrance. You gotta be fairly tall to see over the thing mounted that way. So I would recommend 212s if you're a little bit shorter. But I really love that unit there. I'm able to do a lot of things from it. This is where I spend my time to locate my spots, and that's where, you know, I've used the full map page of that 16-inch. It's really great when you're running because it's a big picture to look at. As far as batteries go, my cranking battery on this boat is an Odyssey, and it's the biggest standard lead acid battery they make. And you may ask, why am I running a lead acid over a lithium? They're a lot heavier. What I've found is lithiums are great, they're lightweight, but when they die, they go from working to dead immediately, a lot like your cell phone. The Odyssey, if it's getting a little low, I can kind of hear it. When I go to start the motor, I can kind of hear it turning over a little slower. And it kind of lets me know, hey, you need to run more, or you need to, you know, just pay attention to it. Turn off some graphs, something like that. I run all my electronics, my pumps, my master power on this boat, everything on that one big Odyssey battery. And I don't have any problems with it. Next, back here I have power pole. I got the 8-foot blade pumps. I got 2 of those, so I got my blades here. I got, for my trolling motor, something pretty awesome. Texas Boat Works installed all this stuff for me. But I got 2 36-volt ionic lithium batteries. And they're on a nice, they installed this toggle for me, which is great because I keep them completely separate. A lot of people talk about linking your 2 batteries together on the lithiums and whatnot. I don't want to do it because if one battery has an issue, it's a total fail-safe to have 2 separate batteries. And what they did for me is they installed a little pigtail that I can charge one battery and then the other completely separate. And I also have a portable charger as well. So I have a secondary way to charge them if the charger ever goes out. It's just so important to be able to have trolling motor power when you're traveling. Like, that's probably the #1 thing. If it goes wrong, you're in trouble on game day. And I actually carry an old school Fortrex, Minn Kota Fortrex, that will fit that same Ultrex bracket. And I have not had to use it, but in case of emergency, when I'm traveling, I can go back to the truck, grab it, and if I have any trolling motor issues, I can get back on the water pretty quick. I want to spot lock, I'll have to reinstall my live scope and all that good stuff, but at least I'll be able to get back on the water. Last but not least, let's talk about the boat itself. I've owned just about every boat out there, and I am sponsored by Bullet, but I bought my first 2 Bullets, not sponsored. I've run almost everything, and I fell in love with them when I got in somebody else's and drove it a little bit. So I'm running a Bullet 21 XRS. I truly think it's the best boat I could be running. It's fast, it rides great, and at 21 foot 10 inch, it's a big boat. I mean, especially when you add the Atlas jack plate, hydraulic plate on the back of this, you know, there's another 14 inches of setback. So it's a big boat. And the one thing that I had them do from Bullet, I got them to add 2 extra fuel tanks. So I got 2 11-gallon saddle tanks to go with my 35-gallon main tank. And I also got them to add extra bilge and live well pumps for recirc. So it'll recirc a lot of water, or if I go to the Great Lakes and eat some big waves over the front. I haven't actually ever done that in this boat, but it's possible. So it would be able to bilge it out quicker, which at the end of the day is a pretty nice feeling, because there's nothing worse than having a boat full of water and not being able to get back on pad while you're getting big waves coming over the front. But anyway, so long story short, that is my setup here. Feel free to ask questions or comment down below. Hope you enjoy this video, and have a great day.